they caught it, that it was reset by accident. Gave Maryville the ball back with 5 seconds left, which Varney missed.
Yeah, Varney had to throw it up again. Rebounded by Hicks, but it didn't hit the rim, so it will be a shot clock violation. So Piedmont gets the ball. They lead 11-5 with 3:36 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, a little armbar push there on Delaney. Not called. Then they threw Delaney to the ground.
Well, after that armbar, turning and spinning and making the basket is number 0, Amari Price. So that will extend the lead now. It's an 8-point ball game. Lions lead. Varney will turn the hand off to Catherine Upshaw. Upshaw will drive. She'll try to kick it inside to Hicks, but throws it in some traffic, and it'll go off the foot of Hope Franklin of the Lions, and it'll remain with Maryville.
Heath, Rachel Irby is entering the game in for Catherine Ackerman, and then also Maryville does some wholesale substitutions as well as Gardner, Wandell, and McCurdy re-enter the game.
Varney misses the shot, rebounded by Wandell. Wandell goes up with the basket, and they will call a jump ball. So it'll be possession arrow will go to Maryville, and Claire Varney will inbound under the basket. She'll get it to McCurdy. McCurdy up top to Gardner. Gardner pump fakes. Gardner drives. Takes it back out, tries to turn and hand it off to Lowry. Lowry loses the handle, but recovered by Claire Varney. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Gardner has it up top as Coach Trevelyan calls out the set for his offense. Now in the hands of Claire Varney. Goes around to pick from Wandell, then decides to drive, turns, gives it off to McCurdy. McCurdy spins, gives it to Gardner. Gardner drives, brings it back out on the left key. She'll throw up a 3. Good!
Oh, beautiful rainbow.
Needed that. Piedmont with the ball in the hands of Irby. Irby hands off to Price. Price will throw it inside, and Franklin up with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Wandell. Great job. Had 3 Lions around her, but Wandell still comes away with the rebound. She'll get it to Gardner, who brings it across court. Gives it to Varney. Back to Gardner. Up the 3. No good. And rebounded by the Lions. And coming on the fast break is Ellison. Ellison turns, dishes it to Irby off the hands of McCurdy last, who comes in and deflects it. So the ball will remain with the Lions as they will throw in from under the basket.
Heath, Elsa Price is going to exit as Kelly Ackerman re-enters the game. And Brittany Walker is entering the game now. She is replacing number 21, Hope Franklin.
Ackerman the inbound. Great job for Maryville making it tough to get that ball in bounds. They finally do, as driving to the basket was Bailey. Bailey misses, recovered by Maryville. Delaney Lowry has the basketball. She'll give it to McCurdy. McCurdy on the right wing. Drives, spins. Guarded very closely by Ashlyn Ellison. Really good defense by the Lions. Ball now in the hands of Gardner. She'll get it inside to Wandell. Wandell kicks it back out. Varney will shoot the 3 ball. Varney will make the 3 ball.
Good shot, good time. 1:23 left. Maryville down by 2 now.
Ball in the hands of Ackerman. Turns, hands it off to Irby. Irby now to Bailey. Bailey guarded by McCurdy at the top of the key. They'll get it over to the left side now. Now in the hands of Ashlyn Ellison, guarded by Gardner. Ellison will go around to pick, go up with the shot and make it.
Yeah, big pick there by Brittany Walker, being able to fend off the Maryville defenders and make it easier for Bailey to just drive around her.
McCurdy now in the corner. Picked by Delaney Lowry. McCurdy drives, loses the ball, recovered by Wandell. Wandell will turn, give it to Varney, who will reset. Now Varney will drive. Varney up with the shot, and good. Nice layup by Claire Varney. Back to a 2-point game with 35 seconds remaining in the first. Ball in the hands of the Lions. Bailey has it on the left wing. Back up top. It's Kelly Ackerman. Ackerman looking, she'll have to give it right back to Bailey. Now inside to Ackerman. Tries to hand it off to Brittany Walker, and stolen by Kelly Wandell.
That was a reach in on Ackerman there. That'll be her 2nd foul. It'll be the 4th foul on Piedmont for the quarter.
So Maryville with the ball with 15 seconds remaining in the first. Opportunity here to get potentially the last shot of the first quarter and see if they can tie up or take the lead in this ball game. Barney's got it at the top of the key. Looks like she's just going to run clock and then take the last shot. She'll dish it to Lowry. Lowry with the jumper. Oh, in and out by Lowry. And that's how this first quarter will end. Your score after one, Piedmont 15, Maryville 13. You're listening to MCScots.com. We'll be right back. We begin the second quarter as Piedmont will begin with the basketball, leading 15-13. Ball on the left wing, and now they'll get it over to Brittany Walker. Walker across at the free throw line, and up is Rachel Irby, blocked by Wandell. She'll get the rebound back, though, and they'll get it back up top to Ashlyn Ellison, who spins, kicks. Price for three, good. Maryville inbounds, and now Elsa Eckenrod with the basketball. She'll give it to Libby Gardner, and Gardner will get things set. Ooh, and a nice move by Eckenrod, and she'll go up and make the basket.
Yeah, it was a nice little behind-the-back dribble before she went out.
Ellison with the ball, now in the hands of Bailey. Back to Ellison. Ellison will turn, hand it off, and they'll continue to move the ball around. Now on the left wing to Bailey. They'll get it to Irby at the free throw line. Irby drives. Shot, no good. Brittany Walker now makes the attempt. No good. Rebounded by Claire Varney.
Good defense on Maryville right there, making it hard for Walker to put that shot up.
McCurdy for three. Will miss, but rebounded by Kelly Wandell. And how about the hustle down low in the paint by Wandell?
Yeah,
she is fighting.
Definitely.
A few substitutions getting ready to come in for Maryville. Also one getting ready to come in for Piedmont as well, as Libby Gardner has the ball at the top. Offensive play is called by Coach Trevelyan. Eckenrod gets it back to Gardner. Gardner pump fakes, gives it back to Eckenrod. Eckenrod for three, count it.
Beautiful shot, beautiful shot. And we are tied now, Heath. Also, Maryville has gone into what looks like a, it's hard to tell if they really were going man-to-man, if they're going into a zone. Then Varney able to draw a blocking charge on Rachel Irby. Good opportunity here now with Varney at the line for Maryville to take the lead.
And they do as Varney makes the first basket.
Entering the game is Carla Cantrell and Hope Franklin re-enter for Piedmont.
Second free throw up and good. Also some substitutions for Maryville as Catherine Upshaw back in the game, and Holland Geralds enters the game for the Scots. Piedmont with the ball. They'll get it to Hope Franklin. Franklin now up top to Ellison. Ellison will kick it to the left corner in the hands of Bailey. Back up top to Ellison. She'll hand off now, and Price has the ball guarded by Gardner. Bailey will have it. Continuing to move the ball and trying to find an opening. They do as they turn, and as Maryville comes to defend, they'll hand it right off to Franklin, and Franklin will make the two-pointer. Tied back at 20. Oh, and there goes Varney with another tough lefty layup, and she makes it.
Yeah, it's a good matchup, too. Down below is Hope Franklin, who's 6 foot, and Holland Geralds, who's also 6 foot. So makes a really good post matchup down there.
Absolutely. Ball stolen, but then taken back by Franklin, and it turns into a jump ball situation. The possession arrow, will go to Maryville. So Elsa Eckenrod to inbound. Libby Gardner gets it across half court. Libby Gardner drives, kicks to Upshaw. Upshaw for three. No good. Rebounded by Price. Price will get it up down the court to Bailey. Bailey goes up with the shot and makes it. Great fast break and a good pass leading Bailey as she's there to make the layup, and we're tied again at 22. Rebounded by Geralds. She'll get it to Gardner. Now over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod for three. No good. Another battle for the basketball and another jump ball.
Good job. Good hustle by by Holland Geralds there to tie the ball up. It goes over to Piedmont, but still good hustle by Maryville. Good block by Holland. They're going to call a jump ball. That ball's going to go over to Maryville. Holland was able to tie up Hope Franklin underneath there.
Eckenrod inbounds the ball to Libby Gardner. And no longer full court press by the Lions allows Gardner to take her time as she brings it across half court. Gardner turns, hands it off to Varney. Varney drives. Varney with the lefty. No good. Almost rebounded by Geralds, but able to come away with it is Ashlyn Ellison of the Lions. Ellison kicks and deflected away by Maryville. Good defense. Ball will remain with Piedmont.
Yeah, quick hands by Catherine Upshaw there. She was able to knock that ball away in time. Looks like Geralds and Eckenrod and Claire Varney are coming out for Maryville.
Yeah, entering the game now is Wandell Shelby Hicks and Brooke McCurdy. Basket no good, rebounded by McCurdy. McCurdy will take it across court. Now moving the ball quickly, she'll give it over to Upshaw. Upshaw brings it back up top, swings it. Ball in the hands of Libby Gardner. Upshaw for three. Good.
Good shot, much better shot. The one she shot earlier was flat. This one had a much more air underneath it, much better range.
Maryville now with a three-point lead as Ellison goes to drive, and Ellison loses the handle. Looks like it was off Ellison, but they're going to say Maryville touched it last, and Piedmont will get to inbound. Scott, it looked like Ellison just lost it.
She got it kind of slapped away, but it looks like she touched it as it was trying to get away from her. Heath Irby has re-entered the game. Ellison has now exited.
So Price will drive, kick to Franklin. Franklin up with a shot. No good, and a late whistle will result in a foul.
Yeah, kind of a late call there, Heath. That was on Kelly Wandell. They say they got her on the arm, but the ball was already being rebounded before the referee blew the whistle. So.
Yeah, tough call there, but it will take Hope Franklin to the line. First free throw up and good for Franklin.
Heath entering back in the game for Maryville is Delaney Lowry. Exiting the game for Piedmont is Carla Cantrell. Entering is Sarah Beth Hansard.
Second free throw good as well for Franklin. Franklin now up to 4 points in the ball game. So Maryville with a 1 point lead, 4:25 remaining here in the second. Ball down low to Shelby Hicks. She'll turn, hand it off to Gardner. Gardner loses the handle but recovered by Lowry. They'll swing it. Upshaw with the ball, now with McCurdy.
Yeah, Gardner got smacked in the face as she was coming through, probably in the nose the way her eyes watered up there, and she lost control of the ball. Referees didn't call anything on that. And you can see Libby's really suffering here a little bit. Looks like Varney's coming in, and Eckenrod is re-entering the game back for Maryville. Give Libby a chance to kind of get herself fixed up there.
Hand off to Upshaw. Upshaw has it, and Upshaw will take the three. No good. And coming away with it is Price. Price turns, throws up a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Elsa Eckenrod. Eckenrod will push it, give it to Upshaw. Upshaw with the pump fake, gives it back to Eckenrod. Eckenrod now in the left wing, now takes it over into the corner. She'll get it inside to Shelby Hicks. Hicks back to Eckenrod, and Eckenrod will throw up a three. No good. Rebounded by Bailey.
Yeah, it looks like Maryville's getting a little three-point happy all of a sudden again like they did last game. Just need to work the ball underneath.
Franklin misses the shot, and Maryville gets the rebound back. Here they go, pushing the tip-o again. A nice pass to Hicks, and Hicks makes the layup.
Beautiful play, beautiful play.
And responding right back is Amari Price, who drives and makes the lefty layup as well. So back to a 1 point ball game. Maryville leads with 2:47 remaining here in the second quarter. Eckenrod with the ball. She'll give it to McCurdy. McCurdy for three. Count it. Smooth as silk. As nothing but net there from Brooke McCurdy.
Oh, yeah, couldn't ask for a better shot there.
Hand off to Sarah Beth Hansard. Moving the ball around to Irby. Now back to Bailey and back to Irby. Now in the hands of Price, she'll kick it back out. And there to draw the charge, as she does, is Elsa Eckenrod.
Good play. She draws Amari Price. Price just drove the lane, didn't really notice her in front of her, just ran right into her. And Delaney Lowry is now entered in for Catherine Upshaw. Also, Piedmont is re-entering as Ashlyn Ellison. She is replacing Amari Price.
4 point lead for Maryville as Claire Varney takes the ball across the M at half court. And slowing things down as Varney kind of taking her time at the top. Looks like she's just trying to kind of figure out the defense. She sees what she wants. She'll start to drive. Give it to DeLowry. Lowry pump fake. Lowry will drive at the baseline. Turn, look to pass it, and stolen by Ashlyn Ellison. Not a good offensive series there. And losing the ball down low and battling for it, they'll finally recover, and Piedmont will get it back up top. Ellison with the ball. Ellison drives.
The foul is on Maryville, number 24, Elsa Eckenrod.
They're going to call Elsa Eckenrod on the foul there. It's going to be her, I believe, her first foul. Keith Libby is back into the game. She is replacing Lowry. Hopefully they got everything corrected on that slap earlier.
Second free throw up and good for Ellison. And now Maryville with the basketball up by 3. On the right wing with the ball is Elsa Eckenrod, and she'll try to throw it down low over the heads of Piedmont. And they'll move it around again. They'll get it to Eckenrod. Eckenrod drives, goes up, and draws the foul. And it looks to be on Brittany Walker.
And Heath, that is her first. That'll be the third on Piedmont. But that's what you want to do. You want to get that big guy or big girl out of there. 6'3", very intimidating underneath.
Free throw up and good for Eckenron. Second free throw good as well. Eckenron up to 9. We're now under a minute remaining here in the second quarter. Maryville with a 5-point lead. Piedmont with the basketball. Ellison turns, spins, and a nice post move. Throws up the righty hook shot and makes the basket. Gardner turns and throws it to Eckenrod, deflected away by Rachel Irby. Will go out of bounds and remain with the Scots. So now Claire Varney to inbound. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. McCurdy pump fake. McCurdy for 3. Misses and rebounded by Brittany Walker. Close there. Good attempt there by Brooke McCurdy. Now ball in the hands of Sarah Beth Hansard. She'll give it over to Rachel Irby. Tough defense. Maryville playing man-to-man right now as Hansard has the ball. She'll try to get it inside to Brittany Walker. She does.
Oh, nice
ball
block.
deflected
Nice
away.
block.
Yeah, good job by Claire Varney. And she'll get it to Gardner. Gardner throws it up. Oh, just missed the three-pointer there as time expires. Your score at the half, Maryville 32, Piedmont 29. A great start for the Scots. And we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we will bring you the halftime show here on mcscots.com. Welcome into the halftime show here on mcscots.com. Your halftime show sponsor is Cookout. Make plans to get the best barbecue, burgers, shakes, and more in the area at Cookout at 1305 West Lamar Alexander Parkway. I'm Heath Dunkel alongside Scott Dunkel, and a great half to start off with for Maryville College, Scott, as playing a very tough team in Piedmont, who for most of the season was #1 in the USA Southwestern Division up until about a week or two ago when Berea took that spot. So now the #2 seed, as Maryville currently sitting 4th place in the Western Division. Lost a close one earlier in the season to Piedmont. This is a close ball game today. Right now, though, Maryville in control.
Yes, Heath, and a little bit of information about so far what we got going on today. Amari Price, 6 of 9 from the field, 13 points for Piedmont. Also, Ashlyn Ellison, 3 of 3 from the field, 7 points today. Piedmont has 6 turnovers so far for the half. They are shooting 48%, 12 of 25, 1 of 3 from the three-point line or arc for 33%, and 4 of 6 for 67% for free throw range. For Maryville, Claire Varney, 4 of 8 for 12 points, and Elsa Eckenrod, 3 of 5 for 9. So far, Maryville has 7 turnovers, so a lot better turnover range so far for the half than what both teams had last time they met. Maryville is 11 of 31 from the field for 35%, 6 of 18 from the three-point arc for 33%, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. That right there in itself was much better than even last game, where they went, I believe, 5 of 12 during the second quarter and really knocked their free throw percentage down. Maryville having a great game so far, really playing tough. Like to see it continue during the second half here.
Absolutely. Maryville playing a great game so far. As you mentioned, 4 of 4 from the line, which certainly doesn't hurt. Free throws could be coming up big here in the second half for both teams, so Maryville needs to continue to stay focused in that area. Another area where Maryville leads right now is rebounding. Maryville 19 rebounds to Piedmont's 13. And Scott, if I had to pick a player that has led to that success, it would be Kelly Wandell. 7 rebounds so far in today's game. She leads all of those in that area so far for both teams. She's really come up clutch down low. She's going to give you points when she can, but more than anything, she's going to give you heart, she's going to give you effort, and she's going to do whatever she can in the paint to help get those rebounds and kick it back to her scorers, and she's doing that so far today.
Yeah, she is, Heath. Also, along with Shelby Hicks, her post partner down there, really fighting today, something that is really nice as post players like to see is, the fighting getting in, especially when you're looking at that, I lost her name, Brittany Walker, 6'3", good-sized player down there, really hard to deal with, considering Maryville's tallest player is actually is Gerald's
at 6 foot.
At 6 foot, yeah. Holland Gerald's at 6 foot. So when you got that big post player, if Piedmont was to start, getting her to be a little bit more of a force down there, could be a problem for Maryville. Maryville's handling her so far really good. And notice that on Walker herself as well, she's 0 of 4 in field goal attempts so far. Her only point coming from a free throw earlier. So Maryville definitely doing a good job on that. One of the things they do need to correct is watching for the dribble drives that are getting in, because Maryville is, trying to help out on that. The problem is there's no one to back up that helper, and they're dishing it off to a post player who's getting an easy shot.
Yeah, Scott, that's exactly where I was about to go, is if there was a key to the second half for Maryville, it was keep Piedmont on the outside. Do not let them find an opening, because all they're doing really every time down the court is when they get their offensive set, they're just continuing to hand off up at the top of the key, and they'll pass to the wing, come back up and hand off to somebody else until the player who finally gets that handoff sees an opening, and as soon as she goes around and receives that handoff, she's turning, looking to drive towards the basket. And a couple of those Maryville will hold off, but then about the third or fourth time, Piedmont finally finds the defense lulled to sleep a little bit, and that's when they take advantage of it and make their basket. And so Maryville's got to keep them out of the paint, not allow them to be able to do that at any point during the shot clock. and force Piedmont to have to throw up shots on the outside as the shot clock winds down each and every possession. So I think that's going to be a big key for Maryville here in the second half. The second thing that I would say is for Maryville, offensively continuing to make smart passes and make the smart shot. We've seen a few times where they've gotten it and tried to dribble drive and then got caught, and then they freeze and they don't know what to do with it, and they try to force it out to someone, and then what happens is they've gotten those balls stolen. So really need to keep an eye on that, especially when Piedmont comes into to this game with some really talented players like Amari Price, who's third in the USA South in steals with 65. Not only that, Amari Price has been the leading scorer for this team, and she also leads the conference in assists. She's got over 50 more assists than anyone else in the conference, 151 assists so far this season. So she's another player to just continue to keep an eye on. She's a good scorer, but she's an even better passer. So we'll see if they're able to make those adjustments in the second half.
Yes, definitely, and looks like we're getting ready to get started, so let's find out what we can do.
Well, here we go as Piedmont will start things here in the third quarter. They will inbound. Rachel Irby will be the one inbounding, and there to receive looks to be number 0, Amari Price, the junior guard, standing at 5'5" from Hiram, Georgia. So we are underway as Price hands off to Ackerman, and now they swing it over to Bailey. And here's exactly what we talked about as those handoffs and those passes across the top are continuing. They'll get it inside, and fighting through traffic and making the basket is Amari Price. Libby Gardner with the ball. She'll hand off to Eckenrod. Eckenrod back to Gardner on the left wing. Gardner drives, kicks. McCurdy for 3. No good, but rebounded by Eckenrod. Eckenrod almost loses the handle, but able to recover. And another 3-ball up, this time good from Brooke McCurdy.
Good shot there. Good work by Eckenrod to keep the ball alive for Maryville. Get it back over to her.
Rachel Irby with the basket. She'll get it to Ackerman. Ackerman turns, spins, hands it off to Walker. Walker nowhere to go. And almost a walk there as she turns and gets it back to the outside to Amari Price. And Amari Price connects on the three-pointer. 1 point lead for Maryville. Libby Gardner with the basketball. Gardner will swing it and get it over to Elsa Eckenrod. Eckenrod back over to Gardner. Now in the corner to McCurdy, back to Gardner, back to Eckenrod. Eckenrod looks for a pick, and then she'll move the ball around. McCurdy for 3, good. And McCurdy's starting to heat up.
Yes.
Or as NBA Jam used to say, she's heating up. Ackerman with the ball, moves it over to Irby. Irby at the top of the key. She'll give the handoff to Bailey. Now over to Ackerman. Now to Price. Price with the ball. Price will drive, kick it, swing it over to Walker. Walker guarded closely by Wandell. She'll have to give it over to Irby. And again, Piedmont finding a lot of success going around defenders and driving and going up with layups. And they've been making a few of those today as Irby connects right there.
Oh, yes, definitely. One of the things I'm surprised at, Walker looks like she is not realizing just what position she has underneath, because there's been a couple of plays that all she needed was just a little turn over the left shoulder, and she was right there at the basket. So Maryville definitely defenders, and Wandell Hicks as well. And Eckenrod, too, apparently is getting into the head.
The staff on the men's basketball team will recognize their senior class of 7 student athletes tomorrow. Be sure to attend the...
Keith, another thing, too, you were talking about Amari Price being third in the conference in steals. One of the good things, too, for Maryville saw is number 1 is Claire Varney.
You know, a lot of comparisons between this two teams when you really look at some of the leaders and statistical breakdowns. And Varney's one of those key leaders for Maryville. Eckenrod at the top of the key, pump fake. Eckenrod will drive, go up with a shot, and draw the foul.
And Heath, that'll be on Rachel Irby. Or no, I'll take that back. They're going to give that to Kelly Ackerman.
Kelly Ackerman, her third, team first. At the line, Elsa Ackerman.
First free throw up and good for Eckenrod. Second free throw good as well. It is a 4-point ball game.
Eighth entering the game now for Piedmont is Ashlyn Ellison, but it looks like they've also called a timeout.
Well, they called a timeout, and we'll take one with them. Your score was 7:41 remaining in the third quarter. Excuse me. Maryville 40, Piedmont 36. Back to the action as Irby inbounds the ball and gets it to Ellison, and Ellison quickly gets the ball to Amari Price. Ball back in the hands of Ellison, who kicks it quickly back to Price, now to Brittany Walker, now to Irby, and Irby there making another basket. Irby has had some success when she's been in the post today. Maryville back with the basketball as Claire Varney crosses the M at half court. She'll dish it over to the right wing to Libby Gardner. Gardner will drive. Give it over to Wandale. Kick it to Varney. Varney for three. No good. Piedmont to inbounds, and they do as Price has the ball. Oh, and a missed lefty layup there by Brittany Walker. Allows Maryville to get the ball back. And,
nice shot.
A really nice Euro step by McCurdy, but just misses the right-handed layup. And Piedmont back with the ball. It looks like Price tries to draw the foul, but looks pretty clean defensively there as Maryville straight up defensively, not allowing Price to make the basket. Varney goes up with the shot, and she misses. Scott waiting to see what this call is on, but I'm kind of surprised here that we're not going to see the foul on Ellison. Is when Ellison went to drive, she took the ball and kind of pushed the defender backwards and then went up with the shot. So it looks like she's going to the line thinking she's getting ready to shoot free throws.
Yeah, I think they're going to call it on Gardner. Because Gardner was the only one down there. But I agree with these. She took the ball, shoved Libby into the chest basically with it, and then
kind of flailed and threw up the ball. And so that kind of flailing of the arm action caused the refs to blow the whistle, but almost looked like kind of a push off before, almost kind of like what you see in football when the receiver kind of pushes off the defender and then goes up for the catch.
Yeah, definitely. And also the fact that she kind of walked. When she pushed, she kind of drug her foot with her. So,
but anyways, they're going to call that on Libby Gardner, and that'll allow Ellison to go to the line, and she'll make the shots and tie up the ball game as we're knotted at 40.
And Hope Franklin is now entered also for Piedmont.
Moving the ball around is Maryville as Varney goes to drive. She tries to move it around and loses it, but Maryville recovers. Eckenrod with the basketball. Get it inside to Hicks. Hicks turns the pass and loses it again as it's deflected, and Piedmont with the ball. Piedmont with a chance to take the lead here as Ellison has it, kicks it over to Price. Now over to Ellison. Back to Tasha Bailey now. Now in the hands of Price. We'll get it inside to Hope Franklin. Loses the handle and taken away by Eckenrod, but they're going to say that they were both still battling for it, so they're going to call a jump ball.
And that'll be Maryville's ball. Good play, good hustle down underneath trying to get that ball from her.
Will inbound the ball to Varney, knocked away by Ellison, so Maryville to inbound again. And again, Maryville having some trouble getting this ball inbounded, as this time Amari Price knocks it away from Gardner. They do finally get it into Livy Gardner. And guarded very closely as they go to try to set up the double team. She'll quickly get it over to Eckenrod. Back to Gardner on the right wing. She'll turn, hand off to Catherine Upshaw. Upshaw, hand off to Eckenrod. She'll pass it inside to Hicks. Hicks with the jumper. No good, rebounded by Hope Franklin. Franklin moves it to Ellison, and Ellison will push tempo. She'll get it down to Bailey. Jatasha Bailey back up top to Ellison. Ellison drives, throws up the shot, makes the basket, and will draw the foul.
I hate they'll call that on Libby Gardner. That'll be her second foul.
Free throw up and no good, but rebounded by Hope Franklin of Piedmont.
I think they're going to call a jump ball on that as Shelby Hicks was able to tie her up. It'll go over to Piedmont.
Mari Price thinks about the three, thinks against it, gets it inside to Franklin. Franklin loses the handle, tries to throw it off Hicks as she's going out of bounds, but recovered by Libby Gardner. They'll kick it over to Upshaw. Upshaw pump fake, moves it around. Hicks, Varney. Up top to Eckenrod. Eckenrod inside to Hicks. Hicks spins, no good. And battling and coming away with it is Amari Price. Amari Price pushing tempo and gets it inside to Ellison. Ellison goes up. Ellison draws the foul.
Looked like a good block, clean block from Eckenrod. That'll be Elsa's second foul for the game.
Few substitutions coming into the ballgame now as Brooke McCurdy, Delaney Lowry, and Kelly Wandell enter. Free throw up and good by Ellison. So now a 3-point lead for Piedmont. And this is the first time Piedmont's led in a while as Maryville kind of taking control in the second quarter. As this time Libby Gardner gets it inside to Wandell. Wandell spins, goes up with a shot, and is fouled.
Hey, that'll be on Hope Franklin. That is her first foul. It'll be team second for the third period.
First free throw up and good for Wandell.
So far, Heath Maryville still shooting very well for the game in their free throws. And Wandell is one of the better free throw shooters for the USA South.
Second free throw good for Wandell as well. And again, as we talked about, free throws could come up big here in the second half as Piedmont now only leading with a 1-point lead. Ellison has the ball and she'll get it back to Irby. Irby right back to Ellison. We'll need to watch out for the drive as Ellison is a player who likes to do that. Ball almost stolen by Varney. Good defense there for Maryville. Ellison loses the handle. A battle down low, and we've got a jump ball. And a good battle by the Scots will lead to a possession arrow jump ball in favor of the Scots.
Yeah, good scrappy defense right there.
Yeah, really making it difficult for Ellison, who's had a lot of success here in the second half as Varney knocks it away and then battles it out. And Maryville now with the ball as Gardner has it on the left wing. Gardner turns, hands off to Claire Varney. Varney guarded by Price. Varney will drive. She'll kick, and a nice pass down low to Kelly Wandell, who makes the basket.
And that's what you have to do. They've been doing that to us all game. We need to be doing it back because good passing by the guard as she gets in closer to the lane and passes it off to the post player.
We're starting to turn this defense up as Maryville has Irby, who's had a lot of success in the paint. This time misses the shot. Maryville comes away with it, but Piedmont making it difficult for them to get that pass out from under the basket. They throw it out of bounds, so Piedmont will get the ball. Piedmont gets the ball inbounded, and Amari Price has the ball. She'll get it inside to Irby. Irby guarded by Wandell, and good help defense by Delaney Lowry, who not only helps with that, but she comes in and makes the nice switch to come get in the way of Hope Franklin from them passing it over to her.
Good play by Varney, trying to keep the ball away from Ellison right there. Ball ricocheted off her leg and went out of bounds, but good hustle.
Hey, and it looks like Coach Trevelyan has sent a message to Claire Varney, brought it over a minute ago and really challenged her, and her defense has turned up a notch, and she is making life difficult for Ashlyn Ellison that time as they battle it out. Nelson tries to push her away and causes a foul, and will give the ball to Maryville.
Right here, they called the foul on Rachel Irby. That'll be her second. She was setting a illegal screen, and not sure who it was. They had to fight through it, but it did happen. Sorry, I was looking at the play where Barney had just traveled.
Maryville with a 1-point lead, 2:59 remains here in the third as Amari Price brings it across half court.
And Heath, a quick note, Eckenrod has re-entered the game.
Chashia Bailey with the ball. She'll get it over to Rachel Irby, guarded by Claire Varney. Now ball in the hands of Price. Price will turn. Price will drive and make the lefty shot. And the ball will go to Maryville, but not before a timeout is taken by Piedmont. So at this timeout, we'd like to make you aware that Coach Lambert and his staff will recognize their senior class of the boys basketball team. It'll be 7 student athletes tomorrow, Sunday, February the 10th. Make plans to attend the pregame festivities before the 3 p.m. tip-off. First LaGrange. Also, we'd like to thank our hometown sponsors who support this outstanding NCAA Division III athletic department. Those include Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, the Commonwealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kinjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. It's been a pretty good game so far, Scott.
Yeah, it has. Good, hard-fought battle. Maryville just down by 1 right now, but that can change in a flash with the way this game's been going back and forth. Definitely like the energy Maryville showing on defense and not letting up. I think Coach Trevelyan probably had a good talk with them after the last game, especially the way they played in the fourth quarter. They're really working hard right now and keeping everything that Piedmont earned or gets, they're going to have to earn it.
Well, I really like the help defense we're seeing and the switches that they're making right now and paying attention. That wasn't the case to begin the third quarter, but they've kind of touched those things up in the last few minutes as Piedmont was driving and kicking to the other post player available down low when the help defense came. This time, not only is Maryville helping, they're helping and flashing that help and then quickly rotating and switching, which is throwing Piedmont off and causing for a lot of steals and Maryville getting the basketball. Maryville now with the ball as they'll start back to the play, and Claire Varney has it as she crosses half court. She'll move it the ball around though to Elsa Eckenrod. Eckenrod guarded by Ellison. Eckenrod will back down Ellison. Eckenrod will go up with the shot. No good. It'll go. Rebounded by Hope Franklin. And here comes Amari Price now with the basketball for Piedmont. Here comes Ellison. Dribble, drive, throws up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Kelly Wandell.
And they're going to call a quick jump ball. Looked more like it probably should have been a foul, but they're going to call a jump ball on it.
Yeah, didn't battle long enough for it to be a jump ball as Wandell had it, and when she went to reach in to grab it from her, she pulled it right away, but they're going to call the jump ball, and that's going to give Piedmont the ball, but they lose it and stolen by Claire Varney. Varney goes up with the shot, no good. Rebounded by by Eckenrod, and Maryville turning it up right now as Libby Gardner has the ball at the top, and they get the ball reset and the offense going. Eckenrod now on the left wing. Comes with a pick by Wandell. Eckenrod goes around her, throws up the three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Varney. Varney goes up with the shot. No good, but she's fouled.
Yes, Heath, and this time they're going to get that on 21 for a block. That'll be her second foul. Yeah, I was really surprised when Varney went up the first time when she got the steal that they didn't call the foul on that.
Free throw up and good by Claire Varney. Second free throw, no good.
Oh, come on. She got the ball, got the rebound. They're going to call the foul on Wandell, but the rebounder also took her elbow and went right into the face of Wandell. You know, you got three guys here on the court. They're talking about it now, but that definitely was not called for.
Yeah, really surprised that we didn't see that call there. I mean, as soon as Franklin came down with that rebound, quickly swung those elbows and just popped Wandell in the face. So we'll see. They're talking things over right now. It's been a close ball game so far. 1:45 remaining in the third quarter, and we're knotted up at 45. Scott, it looks like it's going to be a technical.
And they've just called another one on the coach. They'll have 4 shots.
Wow.
For Maryville.
Well, if there was anybody you'd want at the line right now, Scott, this is the person to be there. As Wandell, the best free throw shooter on the team. And I believe, I don't know if she still is, we'll have to look at it. But wasn't she at one point leading the conference in free throw percentage?
If not, she was pretty close.
First free throw up and good. Yeah, so right now, per the USA South standings, she is 5th in the USA South in free throw percentage at 79%.
Okay, that's the first 2. And then they're going to bring her back up for the 2 on the coach.
So she makes the first 2. Misses the first. That's all right.
That's only the second miss from Maryville.
She'll make the second, though. Scott, that'll make her, I believe, 3 of 4 at the line today. And with those, because of those techs, Scott, that gives Maryville the opportunity to take back the lead. And so now a 3-point lead for Maryville with 1:45 remaining in the third. And Maryville with the opportunity here as they inbound, and they'll get another opportunity to extend this lead. Libby Gardner gets the ball, and she crosses them. She'll give the ball to Claire Varney. Coming up is Elsa Eckenrod, and kickball by Piedmont.
And Heath, I believe what happened early in all of that was they called the foul. It was a non-shooting type foul on Maryville on a reach-in. Then when the girl took her elbow into the face of Wandell, that became a flagrant foul. And then the coach got a technical foul as well. And they're going to call a charge here on Eckenrod.
That was the right call. The girl was set before Eckenrod even went up with it. So that'll give Piedmont back the basketball.
And that'll be Eckenrod's 3rd foul for the game.
So Eckenrod will come out. And here comes Piedmont. Price with the basketball, guarded by Gardner. Now moving over to Rachel Irby. They'll turn and give it to Ackerman on the left wing. Back to Irby at the top. Again, looking out for as they're moving this basketball, trying to find an opening to drive. They're going to give it to Bailey, who's going to drive, kick it back out. Here comes Irby. Irby with the shot and good.
Yeah, Hicks kind of got left there alone on that one. She wasn't sure if she needed to go keep Brittany Walker in check or go after the shooter.
And this time, tough defense as Hicks is unable to get the inbound cleanly to Varney. Stolen by Irby. Irby goes up and makes the basket. And Scott, I think the scoreboard is incorrect. It should be 49-48 Piedmont, but instead they gave the 2 points to Maryville. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Hicks. Hicks tries to dish it out, and it's stolen. Ackerman goes up with the shot. She's fouled, misses the basket. We'll see if they get things corrected on the scoreboard.
The foul is on Maryville, number 22, Catherine Upshaw, her first.
Yeah, I'm looking at what Maryville has here on the side. It's 49-48 Piedmont. Okay, scoreboard's been corrected.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, unfortunately, they had given it to the wrong team. So Piedmont is actually in the lead by 1, and Ackerman will go to the line to shoot 2 for Piedmont after the foul. First free throw up and no good. Been kind of a back-and-forth game, and a lot of it just momentum shifts as Maryville, a couple sloppy plays have led to Piedmont kind of getting some momentum right back and then retaking the lead. Running out of time here in the third quarter. As Varney goes up, and she is blocked by Brittany Walker, and that will end the third quarter. Your score after 3, Piedmont 49, Maryville 48. We're in for a terrific fourth quarter, and we'll bring you that in just a few moments here on mcscotts.com. Welcome back. Fourth quarter of action is now underway as we've got a barn burner as Maryville down by 1 to Piedmont. And Maryville with the basketball tries to go up and in turn and hand it off to Wandale, but stolen away by Piedmont, who intercepts the pass. They quickly move the ball down the court, and now the ball is in the hands of Amari Price. Move it up top to Ackerman, back over to Price. Throws it back to Ackerman down low, guarded by McCurdy. And Ackerman will walk before making that shot, so it'll be back to Maryville College. And Maryville needs to figure some things out here, Scott, if they've had some trouble inbounding the basketball. This time they do, as Barney able to find an opening and kind of box out at Anastasia Bailey and get the ball back. Tatasha Bailey, excuse me. Eckenrod stops, hands it to McCurdy. McCurdy goes to drive. Passes back. Now over to Wandale. Wandale pump fake up, no good.
Yeah, it looked like Wandale was expecting a little bit more contact out of Walker.
Mari Price with the ball, she'll turn and drive. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Livy Gardner.
Yeah. One of the things with Price that I noticed, and she's been doing this all game, referees just not calling, is that arm bar. And I think that Libby thought she probably had good position because she got pushed off with it. But, you know, referees have been letting them play all game, so no problem.
I mean, it's been a really well-called game. Price goes for the three, no good. Rebounded by Rachel Irby. Double team, she has to get it over to Jachashia Bailey at the top, and Bailey now will get it, swing it back to Irby. Irby moves it to Ackerman, back to Irby, and they're daring her to shoot that three ball as Wandell's kind of backed off and kind of helping out in the post. Moves it to Ackerman. Ackerman guarded by Eckenrod in the left wing. We'll get it to Bailey, trying to get it inside to Walker. Bailey decides to just go up and take it. She'll miss the shot. Rebounded by Walker, who loses the handle, and coming away with it is Elsa Eckenrod. Now over to Varney. Varney driving the lane, kicking to McCurdy. McCurdy pump fake. McCurdy drives. Passes off, moving the ball around, and now Varney for three. No good, and rebounded by Jatashia Bailey. Still a 1 point lead for Piedmont. Maryville just not able to connect so far. And this time they get it to Brittany Walker down low, and the Piedmont Lions with 2 more points. 3 point lead for Piedmont. Here comes Libby Gardner pushing the tempo. Gardner goes up. And coming away with it is Piedmont. Unable to really see what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, Walker got the block, but she got all body on Libby. And this is what I was talking about earlier about getting that ball down low to Walker. Maryville starting to lose that help again. So
yeah, they're not switching like they need to and communicating, and it's a lot of Piedmont to take advantage and take the lead. And now it's a 53-48 lead with 7:35 remaining in the fourth. See if Coach T can get his team refocused and back into this ball game. We'll be back in just a moment. Back from the timeout, and Maryville inbounds. Claire Varney with the basketball. She'll turn, fire it over to Elsa Eckenrod. It's tough full court press from Piedmont. Eckenrod has it. She'll give it over to Upshaw. Now it's in the hands of McCurdy. Now in the hands of Varney on the right wing. Wandell in the elbow, and trying to post up is Elsa Eckenrod, who loses the handle of the basketball and battling with Ellison, but Eckenrod touches it last as it goes out of bounds, and Piedmont quickly with the ball back. Ball in the hands of Amari Price. Now Jatashia Bailey inside to Ackerman. Looks like they may use Ackerman to just post up McCurdy. Got a little bit of a height advantage there. Misses the shot. Wandell comes away with it, but tipped away. They'll say it goes off Wandell's hands last, out of bounds, and Piedmont with the ball under the basket. Price gets it inbounded quickly, but losing the handle, and Maryville comes away with it. Handing it off to Catherine Upshaw. Upshaw now over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod taking Ellison one-on-one and then looks to pass. She does. Back to Eckenrod. Now to Upshaw. Upshaw for three. No good. Ellison coming away with the rebound, and they're going to say Ellison was fouled.
They're going to call that a reach-in on McCurdy. That'll be her first foul.
Maryville hoping to get some things started here defensively as Amari Price brings the ball down the court for the Lions. Ackerman with the ball down low, guarded by McCurdy, gets it back out to Price. Price will drive at the baseline. There to meet her is Eckenrod, will forcing her back outside. Ellison now with the ball. And stolen away by Eckenrod. Claire Varney goes up with the shot, misses the shot, but will draw the foul.
That'll be a two-shot foul. That is on number 15, Kelly Ackerman.
The foul is on Piedmont number 15, Kelly Ackerman, her fourth.
And that will be her fourth for the game.
Claire Varney.
So it looks like Kelly Irby or Rachel Irby will be re-entering the game here shortly.
Varney missing the first of 2 free throws. Here comes the second, and she will miss that as well. Not something you see a lot from Claire Varney, but unable to just connect on both free throws, and so it is still a 5-point lead for Piedmont. Amari Price with the ball. She'll get it inside. Hope Franklin up with the shot, and good. Rolls around and took a minute, but eventually fell in for Franklin. So now a 7-point lead, 5:44 remains here in the fourth quarter. Inside to Wandell. Wandell looking to pass, and she will finally get it off to Eckenrod. Back to Wandell, jumper. No good, rebounded by Ellison, and here comes the Lions. Irby with the ball, she'll get it to Ellison. Now swinging it to Jatashia Bailey. Irby trying to post up over on the elbow. Ball in the hands of Price. Price taking Gardner one-on-one. She'll dribble, she'll drive, almost lose the handle. Still trying to post up, goes up with the shot, no good. Wandell tries to tip it away, and it'll go off her hands last, so the ball will remain with Piedmont. Ellison with the ball in the right wing. She'll get it to Irby. Irby will drive on Wandell. Spin, pump fake, shot, good. Now a 9-point lead for Piedmont as Piedmont has really turned things up here in the fourth quarter. Gardner turns, hands off to McCurdy. Ball in the hands of Varney. Varney will turn. Varney will try to drive and kick it over to Wandell, and then coming right through the lane and intercepting that is Piedmont. And Jatashia Bailey for 3. No good. Price battles for it, but then Gardner ends up with the basketball, and here comes Maryville. Gets to Varney, swings it. Eckenrod for 3. No good. Eckenrod with the rebound.
They're going to call Eckenrod for travel, but looks like we're going to call timeout here from Maryville as well, Heath.
Yeah, Coach Trevelyan's going to take a timeout. We'll take one with him. Your score with 4:05 remaining in this ball game. Piedmont 57, Maryville 48. Getting back to the action here, 4:05 remaining in this ball game, and Piedmont leads 57-48. It's a game that for most of the game Maryville led, but Piedmont kept it close and battled back, and has gotten a lot of momentum here in the fourth quarter. And as they have a 9-point lead and currently have the basketball, as the ball is in the hands of Ashlyn Ellison, she'll hand it off. And then driving is Price. Price will turn and give it to Franklin. Franklin with a pump fake over Wandell and then makes the shot.
Yeah, they're getting Wandell to commit early to the fake and then waiting for her to clear out basically and then taking the drive.
Now Claire Varney with the ball. Varney to drive. Brings it back out. Gardner for three. Oh, in and out.
And that's about where Maryville's been this quarter. Right in there and comes right back out.
11-point lead for Piedmont. Irby with the ball. She'll give it to Bailey. Intercepted by Claire Varney. And here comes Varney. She'll pass it to Eckenrod, and then Eckenrod looks to be bumped and fouled. But I think they're just going to say it was knocked out of bounds by Bailey. So Maryville will inbound it from under the basket. She'll inbound it to Waddell. Wandell goes up, blocked by Franklin. And Piedmont with the ball. Price with the ball, she'll give it over to Ellison. Ellison will drive on Varney. Ellison will lose the handle and fall, but she'll get the pass away. Shot clock winding down, will force a three ball up, and no good by Price, and rebounded by Wandell.
They're going to call Wandell on a reach in, but be honest with you, I think Hope should have been called on over the back on Wandell earlier. But good fight on Wandell. She was still going for that ball, still trying to get it, so I'll give her that foul.
Hopefully Maryville can use a little bit of that intensity and continue to carry it forward here as Eckenrod with the ball in the right wing. She's yelling out the call. She'll drive. She'll go up with the shot, and still Scott just not very smart shot selection as of late for Maryville. They're just throwing things up.
Yeah, exactly, and I think a little bit more of panic in their eyes, if anything else. She's trying to throw something up, hope something will go, because we've had some good shots that have just rimmed right back out.
Well, and they've had plenty of time. I think that, I mean, you're running out of it now, but they've had plenty of time. Just got to slow things down and make the smart pass. As Wandell's fouled there by Hope Franklin.
Yeah. That'll be her, looks like her fourth foul as well, Heath.
Entering the ball game for Maryville is number 32, Delaney Lowry.
Coming back in the game for Piedmont is Walker.
Dribble.
So a minute 44 remains. Piedmont with an 11-point lead. Libby Gardner will drive. She'll hand off to Lowry. Lowry will take it in. Lowry will go up and miss, and Piedmont with the rebound. Here comes Price. Price, pass to Bailey. Bailey up with the shot. No good, but she's going to be fouled by Claire Varney.
The foul is on Maryville, number 13, Claire Varney, her first.
Heath, that is actually Claire's first foul for the game.
Free throw up and good for Bailey. Second free throw good as well. So now a 13-point lead for Piedmont with a minute 25 remaining in this ball game. Gardner gets it over to Varney. Varney will drive. Varney will go up. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Brittany Walker.
Again, like you said, just throwing something up.
timeout from Piedmont. And while they're under timeout, we'd like to let you know again that Coach Lambert and his staff for the men's basketball team will recognize their senior class of 7 student athletes on Sunday, February the 10th. So make sure you make plans to attend the pregame festivities before the 3 p.m. tip-off versus LaGrange. We'd also like to thank our hometown sponsors that support this outstanding NCAA Division III athletic department, which include Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kinjo Markets, Airport Hilton,